with some more details.
Hey, Charles. Yeah, we're joined now by Louisiana State Police Colonel Mike Edmondson. Tell us how you all uncovered the fact that the suspect had wigs, that it looked like he was attempting to flee the scene after he was after the gunfire, after the shooting.
Well, certainly after getting into the theater, getting his driver's license, getting his information, getting into his car. He'd made some purchases in local stores, so we were able to take that information. And look, you've got an incredible police department here in Lafayette. The detectives worked very, very hard to find this information. We worked with them. They were able to locate that he was staying at a Motel 8 that's near here. Keep in mind, we're in a neighborhood right here in Lafayette, blocks from ULL, the university, businesses all around here, just a basic theater. But this guy bought a ticket and was going into this theater here. But wigs, glasses, I mean, no rhyme or reason for that. We certainly want to put some type of closure to it, but we also don't want to speculate, determine, you know, well, why was he doing that? There was all kinds of motives out there that people were talking about on social media, but we have to deal with facts, and that's what we're trying to do, because you had two lives that were lost here, two beautiful ladies, a young girl, 21, and a young lady, 30-something years old. And you know what? We owe closure to that family to try to find out, why did he go in there? Was he trying to, with these wigs and stuff like that, was he alter ego? Was he, you know, somebody he wasn't supposed to be? Why did he switch plates on the car, the VIN plate, and what was he trying to hide in that location? His car keys were on the tire at the car. Was he trying to make a quick getaway? He was coming out of the theater, and police were coming up, which put him back in the theater. Two teachers were in there that had presence of mind to shield the people around them and also get to a fire alarm and pull it, which alerted the rest of the theater goers, so that certainly saved lives, at least got people on notice. So a lot of things that we've got to try to find some answers for, and we're going to do everything we can. As we sit here, the crime scene is inside that theater. They're still trying to locate every single bullet casing and try to take pictures and try to maybe put some facts based on evidence of what put him in there and why he did the things he did. We may never know, but certainly we're going to do everything we can to find out.
And another scene that you all were looking at was the vehicle, again, the one that he had switched the plates on. Y'all detonated the trunk, looked through that. What did you find inside?
Nothing that leads us to believe of any ulterior motive. We were looking for explosives. Quite frankly, the dogs hit on a couple of things at the car, but also hit on something inside the movie theater. You saw last night kind of a panic situation because the dogs hit on a car and it was his car, so it made people sort of evacuate. We've got an apartment complex right by the car. We had to get them out quickly. Health club not far from the area to make sure everybody was out of that. A lot of people were just standing by, so we had to move them out of the way, get a robot in, and certainly we didn't want one of my troopers opening that car. We did it with a robot, but didn't find anything, which is a good thing. And also some suspicious packages inside the theater. Again, we were able to identify those through x-ray to make sure that before we let the crime scene go in there, that it was a safe scene.
And you sent out numerous accolades to the responding police officers who were here, their quick action, saying that they really helped to save lives in this situation.
Look, less than a minute, the police were here. You had the Lafayette Police Department, the Lafayette Sheriff's Department, the Louisiana State Police here within minutes. That's huge, and that certainly kept any more serious things happening. Look, 2 people dying, that's bad enough, you know, because why? And that's what we got to try to put together. But getting here so quickly, then the emergency medical technicians, the ambulances, they went into that building knowing that shots had been fired, but they went in there because they wanted to save a human life and they want to get people out of there. 9 people that were injured that had to be taken to local hospitals. They jumped on them quickly. I mean, I've got to praise the city of Lafayette. They just opened their hearts, they opened their arms, they opened their doors and said, we'll help you in any way we can.
How long do you expect the Grand Theater to be closed as you guys process that evidence?
We'll work with the theater. It's going to be up to them when they want to reopen it. There was another theater that was closed last night as a precaution. Again, that'll be up to that manager whether he opens that other theater. This one, I'm sure it'll be a few days before we can really get it open. I don't know how much damage was actually done in there with the gunshots. So I'm sure it'll be quite some time.
And how do you give people peace of mind after this? You know, because so many of the people that we had a chance to speak to, you know, many of them telling us it's going to be hard to sleep tonight. It could have been my sister. It could have been, you know, my mom. It could have been somebody that I knew in a place that you should be finding joy in. So how do you go on after this?
Well, I think you've got to remain focused on the fact that the 2 individuals that died in here, away from the shooter, they had a name, they had a face, they had a vision, they had a future. and it wasn't to die like this. This is horrible, and it happened in what they're saying is the friendliest town in the country. You know, it just means we've got to keep our guard up. Now as the head of the state police, I got 4 kids. I'm married. I got a mother and dad. I've got family, friends. I think it's reassuring them that we do everything we can to find out. But letting our kids know that, you know, when you go in places like that, pay attention to your surroundings. If things look like, wow, doesn't look right, let somebody know. I mean, that's just important things to do. I think we need to hug our children. You know, I immediately called my son and made sure he was okay, even though he's not here. But I wanted to hear his voice. As a father, you just want to hear your kid's voice, and it makes you feel better. Unfortunately, you've got families that won't hear 2 voices, and I think we've got to be mindful and respectful of that, and let the public know, you know, we're going to do everything we can to find out what happened, but love and communicate with your kids. That cell phone, get it out of their hands. You know, that social media exploded last night. That's a good thing, but it's also a bad thing. Use this as an opportunity to sit down with your kids, have a candid conversation. Who's their friends? You know, when you have a small child that plays in your neighborhood, when he leaves your driveway, does he go right or left? Do you know? I mean, what are your kids wearing? Do you have any up-to-date pictures of them? You know, you should have that information. You should know your kids' friends on that computer. Who do they talk to? Do you have their passwords? Well, you know what, you ought to. I think it's just stuff that we've got to sit there and say, wait a minute, maybe we've gotten too far to one direction to where we've got to come back in and say, you know what, let's have these conversations. My family and I, we do what was your rose and thorn for the day? We do that, try to do that every day. And to hear our kids, because you listen to your kid and he's going to be able to tell you what's on their mind. You go, wow, I didn't know my son thought like that, or wow, I didn't think they did stuff like that. So have those conversations, get back to where we were not too long ago, and have these conversations with your kids, have these conversations with your family. I think that's important.
And one last quick question. Were you able to contact any of the gunman's family, anybody who knew him yet?
We've been working with the FBI and local authorities in Alabama and surrounding areas to talk to the mom, talk to a brother, talk to different individuals out there that can try to give us some information. They're doing that as we speak.
Colonel Mike Edmondson with the Louisiana State Police, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.